I mean, I'm disappointed because I would have rather stay up and see Danny Rick get the W. But I did say, oh, come on, I'm expecting a podium from Danny Rick. And when I woke up and seen the GIF in the Discord group, with Danny Rick, come on, Danny Rick, and you put the Danny Rick big smiling GIF in the Discord group in the F1 chat. I was celebrating. I got onto the Twitter. I retweeted the Danny Rick F1 image from the official Formula One account, and said, "You little ripper." 4 years, Dom, it's been since he's been on that number one podium spot, and 4 years since we've seen a shoey. And boy, oh boy, was that shoey sweet as ever. But just run us through the race, because there was some crazy stuff that went down.
So his source's message was, "Catch you then, mate. Come on, Danny Rick. I want a podium." And he woke up to that to a win. So I don't know. This race was incredible. Danny Rick obviously pipped Verstappen on the first turn and was leading for a fair chunk of this race until the pit stops came around. Valtteri Bottas started in last and ended up finishing the race in third. It was a great drive by him. I genuinely thought, a lot of people said what would have happened when he caught up to Lewis, like if Lewis maybe was still in the race. It genuinely looked like, watching that race, that he had more pace than Lewis Hamilton did. Valtteri
Say that
Bottas.
again. He started last and he finished third.
Yeah.
That's an amazing drive.
Yeah, I genuinely, Source, I reckon he had more pace than Lewis did. He just looked so quick. I don't know if that was because he was just overtaking everyone leading up to, obviously, a Mercedes and a Red Bull, but he was flying. He was setting quick laps, and the lap times were just phenomenal. Sorry. But it all came down to one incident, and Max pitted, and they effed up his pit. The left rear just struggled to come off, and then they fixed it all up, and oh man, like that 11 seconds cost him. So when Hamilton went and pitted, he came out, and it was Norris and Verstappen pretty much jostling. Well, they were right near each other on the straight coming down from pit lane, and Hamilton's come out and they've taken the first corner. So Hamilton's come in to take the first corner, and Max didn't back out, but Lewis didn't give him room. In my opinion, I think it was a 50-50, in my opinion, genuinely. And Verstappen clips the back of Hamilton. Literally, the car goes on top of Hamilton's car. His rear left, sorry, literally lands on top of the halo around the driver. It actually squashes on top of Hamilton's head. The
halo saved him.
The halo did save him. I reckon he could have easily broken his neck, if the car with the force came down on his head. Definitely would have knocked him out. Potentially could have killed him. So thank God for the safety in F1 motorsport now and how far it's come along. Thankfully, Lewis is all right. But in saying that, Verstappen got out of the car and he walked off. A lot of people said he didn't even acknowledge if Lewis was okay. He actually looks at Lewis, literally looks at him. He would have said something. You can't tell when he's got his helmet on, so he's probably said something to him, and Lewis has probably said, I don't know what Lewis has said, but he's walked off after he's turned to him and said something. He stops and pauses, so he obviously would have got a response. Whether Lewis said, "Get fucked" for crashing me out, or he didn't, at least he knew he was responsive and he walked off. So the whole race was pretty much just like, was it his fault? Was it Max's fault? Was it Lewis's fault? In the end of the day, like, I celebrated for the fact that they both went out. Danny Rick was first. That's genuinely all I cared about. Like, I couldn't care less. Max is copping a 3-spot grid penalty in the next race. Doesn't bother me in the slightest. They were both out. The points stay exactly the same. Verstappen still beating Hamilton. And Danny Rick, from start to finish, happy days. Got the job done. His teammate Lando Norris behind him. Valtteri
1-2.
Bottas in third. Yep. It was Ricciardo's first win since 2018 as well. So it's been 3 years in the making for him. Charles Leclerc in fourth. Sergio Perez in fifth. Sainz in sixth. Stroll in seventh. Alonso in eighth. George Russell in ninth. Esteban Ocon in 10th. So it was very eventful, Sauce. Very eventful. Daniel Ricciardo, clearly very emotional post-race. A lot of people giving him so much flack, including myself. I'll put my hand up there. Said that he made a mistake going to Renault. Could have made a mistake going to McLaren. It seems to be working itself out. He's been finding a fair bit of pace in the last 3 weeks. 2 weeks. One race was a washout. So he's looked the goods. He has looked the goods. He drove a flawless race, and he deserved it. And I think we're all very proud of him down here in Australia. So you got the shoey back out on the podium, Sauce. That's all that matters.
There it is.
There it is.
The shoey.
There it is. Had the shoey out. I like it. I like it.
Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to leave a review on the Apple Podcasting app. Also, follow us on socials: Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and TikTok. Talking all sports, double coverage.